Hello my strangelings, welcome to tonight's video. I was going to play a game. I was going to play the double-faced game. And then this morning I counted to see how many candles I had. I had 5 black and the candelabra thing. And then I have these brown ones that almost look black. But there's 5 of them, and the direction says I need 12. So next month, I think I'm just going to buy like a pack of black candles. So that way I have 12. So that's going to be like a future game next month. But for tonight's video, because it's just going to roll off. Anyways, I couldn't decide what game to play. I have so many good options in here. This is my game. A game notebook. Alright, I know it says YouTube stuff, but this is where all my games are. I find them online and I write them in here. But anyways, tonight's video, I decided that I'm going to read out of here the Enfield voices. Alright. This chapter takes them. If you've seen The Conjuring 2, because that's what this is, pretty much. But this is like the real, their side of it. I guess that sounds really confusing. Well, the quote-unquote real story, I should say, because you know Hollywood, they like to make stuff up. I mean, look at Annabelle, which would be another story that I will read out of here, because in the beginning, Annabelle is chapter 3 in this book. And inside this book as well, because I saw the page, because I wasn't sure, there was like pictures from the Enfield. But you see, there's a picture of Ed and Annabelle. You can tell she's a Raggedy Ann doll. So, anyways, with that, let's get started. The Enfield voices. Anyone alive in that car down there in Pennsylvania State Trooper wanted to know. Alright, so this is like, before I get started, and before I continue on, apparently there's going to be stuff that will lead up to them going to England. But anyways, let me continue. The black Ford LTD had careened off the highway, rolled down a steep embankment, and came to some 30 feet below the road surface in a pile of ice and snow. "Everybody okay?" said the driver. The trooper called a tow truck. He flipped open his leather notebook and asked what happened. A tractor-trailer driver told him, "I was trailing the car about a half a mile behind. For no apparent reason, it went out of control. The back end swung left to right, right to left until the driver got it back under control. A couple of seconds later, the car went into full spin, but the spin wasn't normal. It looked to me like the wheels of the car weren't even on the road. The car was actually spinning in the air, and then while it was in the air, it seemed to be pushed from side to side before it went off the road. over the ridge and down the embankment. Who's the driver? The trooper asked next. I am, said Ed Warren. The car went out of control twice. The second time I wasn't able to see what really happened, though was a different matter, something few policemen would have understood, even after a lengthy explanation. Everything was fine, Ed recalls. It was a clear day. Lorraine and I have been talking about the of statuses of a number of cases we were involved in at the time. 2 or 3 times before the accident, we got to talking about the Enemyville case, which, as it goes, was no different or more violent than the other cases we've been going over. Suddenly, the car went out of control. Now, I drive 50,000 miles a year, so I can handle my own car. But this was an unnatural. It felt like Emily's hand felt the car from behind. The first time the rear of the car lifted off the ground, the second time the whole car ran up. We traded ends once or twice. The next thing I knew, we were flying down the embankment at 50 miles an hour backwards. The only thing that kept us from crashing at the bottom was the snow the car plowed up while it was going down. Incredible. There was no damage except for some bent car trim, a record tow the car up the hill, and we were on our way within an hour. The strangest thing is, Ed puts in, the night after we were at Enemyville, the swirling black entity confronted me and projected a vision of an automobile accident. Ironically, the incident happened on the Poconos in a place they called the Lord's Valley. Next, the exorcism demonology is perhaps the most dangerous business on earth. Therefore, no case is ever routine to the Warrens. Indeed, with such succeeding year and each additional case, the Warrens live in greater peril, for the devoting their whole lives to the study of supernatural. Ed and Lorraine Warren risk their lives each and every time they become involved in a case where more than earthbound human spirits are active. And though they may face down vile blasphemies forces or help resolve disturbance so the tins can live in peace one way or another, the spirits they encounter continue to plague them for years to come. It is unpleasant, though real hazard of their work. Alright, so I'll stop right there. And then this weekend we shall continue because I don't think this is going to be very long. I don't think it's going to be very long. But we shall see as I continue reading. So, till then, my strangelings, I see you next weekend. Bye.